Imagine a historic Connecticut room so special that it gets reassembled at the Yale University Art Gallery. It's the parlor from the 1770s Raleigh house in Hebron. Yale bought the woodwork in 1930. Extensive drawings were done over time. The pieces of wood were numbered, and voila, in 2012, it now stands. My guest is decorative arts curator John Stewart Gordon to tell us all about it. All right, John, welcome.
Thank you.
What makes this room so special?
In the 1920s, the colonial dames did a survey of the great architecture of Connecticut.
The colonial dames.
The colonial dames. We owe so much to them. These formidable women were practically going door to door saying, can I see your house? And there was a thought that America's cultural patrimony was disappearing, so they wanted to record it. And one of the dames saw the interior of this home in Hebron and went, wow, this is a great room. She called an architect friend who then called someone at Yale and said, we need to save this, and would Yale be interested in acquiring it?
So they bought it in 1930?
They bought it in 1930 with the idea that they would shortly reinstall it when the museum was next renovated. They didn't realize that would take until 2012.
Because of the Great Depression, that got in the way, right?
The Great Depression, the Second World War, life, things move on. And when we were planning for our 2012 reinstallation, we went, there's this amazing room that's been sitting in storage for over 75 years. It's time to bring it out. And
it's been standing ever since. Now, this is part of you building it back at Yale. It's a Baroque parlor?
It is.
And what about that woodwork made it so sensational?
It is very high style for the period. It is from Hebron, Connecticut. At that point, the area was called Gilead. So we're in Tolland County. We're kind of away from urban centers. So to have a lot of woodwork, fancy molding is really aspirational. And it was made for a couple in their late 30s, early 40s. So it's not a starter home. This is a couple that was established and they wanted to make a statement within their society. And they did by making beautiful woodwork, lots of carving, and even small details like the color. It's off-white, which may not be exciting to us today, but in the mid-18th century, white was a really expensive color.
So we can see the detail on the woodwork. Carvings were not done like that in many homes during that time.
It's very rare, and that detail you showed of the carving along the beam on the ceiling, that's called a summer beam, and it's casing the structural beam that's really holding the whole room up. To have that sinuous kind of flower carving, it's the only type of carved summer beam like that in the United States.
And how do you know that?
Thanks to the colonial dames and other people like that.
Goes back to the colonial dames.
Exactly. In the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a lot of people were doing surveys of historic structures. And so we know that of all of the surviving early buildings in New England, this is the only one with a carved summer beam. And we think that is very much due to the lady of the house. That pattern of a meandering vine with flowers and fruit, it's straight out of textile patterns. So the kinds of fancy textiles she may be importing, the kind of crewel work embroidery she may be doing herself.
It is stunning, and I'm sure students study it.
Yes.
Who are there. John, thank you so much for coming on. It is a beautiful room.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for
your expertise.
It.
You bet. And for more on the parlor from the 1770s Raleigh house in Hebron, go to WTNH.com or the News 8 app.